One of the first things my girlfriend and I agreed to after we saw this movie is, we want a goddamn beer. How is it that movies just make bad things look good? What's happening, my film nerds? David the Film Junkie here, bringing you a film review of Unfinished Business. And Unfinished Business, of course, stars Mr. Vince Vaughn, Dave Franco, and Tom Wilkinson. It's basically the three of them. They used to work at this company. Well, two of them used to work at the company, and something happens. You see it right at the beginning. So they start their own company, and then to make sure their company stays relevant and, well, they don't just go broke and poor, they have to try to make a deal by going to Portland, Maine, and then they end up going to Berlin, Germany. What's the deal? I don't know. So of course they go over there and crazy shit happens. They don't have that much money, so they have to, cut back on a lot of things, but they end up getting themselves into some trouble. And Vince Vaughn, of course, is a dad. He's got a family back home. He's got to deal with stuff that's going on back there through FaceTime. That's pretty much the movie right there. So what did I think of Unfinished Business? Easily forgettable. I love me some Vince Vaughn. Dave Franco's great too. Tom Wilkinson's a great actor too. It's kind of random that he's in this movie, but his character was pretty funny just because he's the old dude and he's like, they're just talking. There's one scene where they're just talking and randomly he's just sparking up a bomb. And of course the Vince Vaughn fast talking delivery that he has is there, but the dialogue isn't there all the time, neither are the jokes. There was probably about 2, maybe 3 times I laughed like, yeah. There's one scene that had to do with Nick Frost at a gay club, and there's holes cut in the wall, and you can imagine what goes through those holes. That scene was pretty funny, but a lot of the other scenes, I talk about this many times too, is like sometimes, especially with comedy movies, when a scene is about to end and the next scene's about to start, and they try to leave off with a joke, or they could leave off with a joke, and it just falls fucking flat. That happens a lot in this movie, and some of the comedy is pretty ridiculous at times, and just, yeah, there's just many times where you're just like, what was the point of that scene? The chemistry was pretty great with the three of them, I will say. Dave Franco, I mean, his little naive attitude and just kind of like, I don't know, I'm gonna smile a lot. It would get old at times, but I could see, like, okay, he had to stay that character, but he was almost a little too dumb and naive. Like, it got to the point of, like, I don't know what. And then not to mention the time frame of this movie, it starts off with all that happening, and they get together, then it goes a year later, but throughout the movie, they're learning things about each other, like as if that year didn't pass. I didn't quite get that. Not to mention, I didn't quite get what was going on with this business deal. I'm not sure exactly what they were trying to achieve. Maybe I just wasn't paying attention enough with that. I did have a couple drinks beforehand, but I didn't really know what they were trying to achieve. And then, of course, the whole subplot with Vince Vaughn's family was kind of just like, is that really needed? There was like this whole thing going on, and so he's trying to deal with it with FaceTime, and it just was like, no, you didn't really need to do all that. This very well could have been like another Hangover movie, Euro Trip. I don't know, it could have been something like that, but it tried to be almost family comedy with that part, and then raunchy comedy. Yeah, it just really didn't work for me. So of course it's not going to be on the favorite movies of 2015, but let me know if you saw it down below in the balls area and let me know what you thought about it. Also hit that like, thumbs up button if you'd be so kind. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Subscribe to my other channel. It's down there too, and visit filmjunkie.com for my videos, guys. Alright, I am Dave, the Film Junkie, and this has been a film review of Unfinished Business. Man, Vince Vaughn, he has some enormous baggage under his eyes. Tell you, some bags, man. Like 2 sets of bags at some points. It's like, get some sleep, dude. Get some sleep. It's okay. He could still dish out the lines. It's just some of the lines weren't there. Come on, man. Improv. Let him improv. Maybe he'll do something. I don't know. Curious to see what he's going to be like in True Detective. Yeah, because that's a serious role, and it's going to be weird. Not like he hasn't done serious. I'm rambling right now. It has nothing to do with the movie. All right, guys. Talk to you later.